incontinence is a notable health problem across the globe, impacting people socially and economically. It is more common in women than men. Reasons for more women suffering from urine incontinence are: number 1, length of urethra. Second is the childbirth. Third, pregnancy issues like stress. Incontinence is because of the pregnancy issues, because of the baby in the fetus. Okay. Fourth is the prostate issues in the men, mainly post surgeries. Another factors are social and lifestyle factors which are responsible for urine incontinence problem. Moving on to the next slide. So here are the few different types of urine incontinence. So let's just better understand this with the picture. Okay, here it is given that stress incontinence. One of the type is stress incontinence. So when there is high abdominal pressure, it is called stress incontinence. The person cannot hold the urine because of the pressure on the of the abdomen on the bladder. Okay. Another one is urgency incontinence. It means always feel stressed and you need to go in urgent. Okay, either due to stress or due to fear. This is called the urgency incontinence. Another one is mixed incontinence, like confused. If you want to go or not go, that is some type of confusion is called mixed incontinence. You don't know probably for what you are feeling the incontinence. Okay, it might be because of some medications. And another one is here, empty, doesn't empty completely. So when your bladder's muscles are weak and when on micturition you are not passing the urine properly, the whole bladder is not getting empty completely, then you feel like it is overflow incontinence. Okay, or maybe bladder is overflowing all the time. It doesn't get empty completely, and at times within very few time you again urge to go to the urine, because urine is always retained inside the bladder and it is not completely gone. So now after say half an hour or 1 hour, you again feel so much of overflow of incontinence and you don't feel like satisfaction after passing the urine. Now next slide is talking about difference between urine incontinence and urine retention. So people are confused between urine incontinence and urine retention. What is incontinence is unable to hold the urine till using the toilet. Okay, till you reach the toilet, you cannot hold it. That is called incontinence. And retention is inability to completely emptying the bladder and persistent urge to urinate without relief. That is called retention. Okay, so what we talked lastly over here is overflow incontinence is called retention kind. Okay, so this is the difference between urine incontinence and urine retention. Next slide is talking about natural control over urine incontinence. So now how can we just deal with this problem and can sort with some of the basic home remedies. So let's see that. First is doing Kegel exercises, as it is shown in the picture. You can do some few of the exercises like this, which are most likely yoga poses. So that really strengthens your Kegel, your pelvic floor with the Kegel exercises, so that it can hold your urine in a nice manner. But you do it every day. Okay. Now the second is bladder training. That also helps in controlling urine incontinence. Smoking cessation. If a person is habituated of smoking so much, then they should try to avoid smoking so that it stops affecting the urine. Eating healthy diet. It is very important. See, frequently if you drink tea, cold coffee or some beverages which are not good for the bladder, okay, so avoid drinking that can which are getting irritating to urinary bladder, sorry. Okay, so please drink that things which really helps you to solve this urine incontinence problem. Now next thing is eating some healthy diet, then managing constipations. So if you are constipated, that can also affect your urine incontinence. Okay, the next slide we'll be going through is role of acupuncture in urine incontinence prevention and relief. So yeah, after taking so many medications, your problem is still not getting ceased completely. You are not getting relief completely. Then or maybe if you are in the initial phases of the urine incontinence problem, then you must try acupuncture, because it has got too good relief with many patients. I have personally treated many patients with the urine incontinence problem, mainly females, okay, having different kind of ailments, but they always accompanied with urine incontinence. So just only taking medicines or only doing some exercises, if they are not giving you relief, please come to me. I can help you very nicely. I'm an acupuncture therapist and I can help you in very better way with the needles. Okay, And believe me, needles are not poking at all. See, now the next one is acupuncture helps in improving bladder control. And how acupuncture helps? Here I am telling. Strengthening pelvic floor muscle. So if some person is very lazy to do the exercises of pelvic floor muscle, or they are not getting time because of their schedules are very much packed, so then they can have the acupuncture therapy, which will give you not only for the urine incontinence problem, but the holistic approach of your all the body parts. Okay, so if you are consulting an acupuncture therapist, they are going to help you in balancing 5 elements. So when this urine incontinence problem is in traditional Chinese therapy, it is called water element. Okay, so there is a problem with the water element in your body, and we can definitely help you in solving this by increasing your fire element. But how and up to which extent? And you need to contact for all these procedures. Okay, so repairing damaged nerve. So some nerves which have got damaged gets repaired without any medications. Yes, and only with the acupuncture therapy. It works by stimulating specific points in the body to promote the muscle contractions. Okay, so basically in urine incontinence, one major problem is the muscle of urinary bladder getting weakened over the period of time. So acupuncture needles really helps in regulating the nerve functions and urine control ability and contraction of the muscles. Okay, it helps in regulating neurotransmitters. So neurotransmitters are basically in the bone, in the brain. Okay, so which is continuously giving signal that you want to go to urinate. So because maybe the messengers, like neurotransmitters are the messengers. So maybe they are having some default. So we can just check and repair that either. So it helps in regulating neurotransmitters to control smooth muscle of the bladder and urethra. So there are many reviews of acupuncture effect on urinary incontinence patient, and one of my patient, she was really very bad from from her very early age after the birth of second child, and when she approached me, she was 55 plus, and so 35 years long she was suffering with this urine incontinence problem, and it was really very bad because she was telling me that she is not getting sleep over the night, and she has to wake up each and every hour. After one hour she has to wake up to pass the urine. So and this was the situation from past 30 years. Okay, she's been suffering too. She went to some homeopaths, she went to some big urologist and all, but in vain. She didn't got relief. And when she came to me, I did acupuncture treatment for her, and actually her problem is with the neurotransmitter. Yes, and then I sorted it, and yes, it was pretty much sorted, and she stopped some of the medications which she was taking priorly, and because of that medication other things were clicking, like in her body, because her body is very sensitive to any medications. So she wanted to avoid that medicines, but when she was not taking the medicine, she was bad with the urine incontinence problem. So she came to me and she found out the solution for all this, and she's feeling so much of thankful to me and the acupuncture treatment. And yeah, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for sharing my reviews also. Thank you.